It's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Gemini for September 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot and NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. Otherwise, let's just get to our Geminis for September. What do we have going on? Two of Cups. I love this for you, Gemini. I love when the Geminis get this card. And the Five of Wands. This card can be teamwork and emotional support, blah, blah. When the Geminis come in, that is all a different story. The Geminis, this card always reminds me of you. Like, to me, this is your self that you show the world, and this is like your spiritual other side of you. The Gemini are two, really, truly, often two different people, and I love to see this. And the thing here, I think this is a month of spiritual awakening, of like soul searching, of who am I, what in the hell am I doing here, what am I doing with my life. You've got this Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is like this time-wasting, like frustrating behavior. Like, I feel like you are just like, what is the point of this? Why am I here? Why am I doing this stuff? You know, does it even matter? Does anybody care? This is just a bunch of people. There's no team. There's like 5 people clacking around with no direction. And I'm feeling like you're feeling like, what is the point? Why are we even here? What are we even doing here? What is the point of all of this? Well, you know what? This is your month to soul search. This is your month to find out just what is the point? What are we doing here? What am I doing here? And like I said, this is your self that you show everybody else. And then here's, like, to me, like your spiritual self, like, you know, the path that you're on. You know, am I going to have a spiritual awakening? Am I going to do something with my life? Like, I just feel like you are feeling like you're stuck in an endless cycle, and like this is just incredibly frustrating to you. Like, it's just time to break free of that. Really look deep inside and decide, like, what do I want out of life? Like, let me go get that. Now, this is pretty interesting. You come up here with the Empress, and the Empress is giving of herself. And so the Gemini, you're an air sign, I'm an air sign too. You're like, what do you mean? I don't want to give anybody any of myself. I want to just be by myself. But you know what? Sometimes this could be, maybe you want to start an Instagram that's uplifting. Maybe you want to volunteer anonymously, you know, online to help support people that want to, you know, commit suicide, or people that have some other kind of issue that they're dealing with. You can give of yourself without being out in public. Because I know sometimes you just are like, yeah, I got enough going on in my own head. I don't need to be out with other people stressing me out. But that's why I'm saying that you can find ways online to kind of give of yourself, to support people. You can do stuff in person too. It's totally up to you. But I'm feeling like you finding a way to give of yourself will give you some direction and will get you out of this, because this is super frustrating to you. Like, I feel like anytime that you're trying to work on the relationship you have with yourself and your higher self and your spiritual path and all of that, this sort of stuff takes over and just really stresses you out, and honestly just makes you really irritated. So, because I'm feeling like really like, enough, like enough. I'm so sick of this. Like, this could be people, drama in your life, you know, people that just come in and like just wreak havoc and just cause you aggravation and stress. Let's get some information on that. You got 2 cards flying out. Yeah, this is other people, because here you've got the Five of Swords, negative communication. This could be like you getting involved in line with people who, like, you know, want to argue about politics, and you're like, leave me alone. I don't care what your opinion is. I could care less. I could not care less, actually. So you got the Five of Swords. This also is the whatever card to me, where you're like, whatever. And that's kind of the thing here. When these people start this clacking around, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like, your negative nonsense and whatever is just not, I'm not interested. And then here, this came out with it, which is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is way better than the 5. The 5 is like this frustrating, irritating mess. And the 4 is your home, your family, the people that you love. So I think focusing on the people that you love and care about, and your foundation, that you build for yourself, even just your home, your safe place. I really think it's important for you to have some kind of a sanctuary where you kind of can escape to and feel like safe, to work on this spiritual journey, this spiritual path, this awakening. Because I feel like you're really at a point where you're like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I want more out of life. So, pretty interesting. Let's see what else we can find out for our Geminis. I love when you guys get that 2 of Cups, though. That's one of my favorite cards for you. 8 of Wands. I love this too. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is really a fun dichotomy, because the 8 of Wands is energy moving fast, 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 fast. Like, I think you have all of a sudden gone, you know what, you're right. I am done with this frustrating behavior. I'm done with these people that just irritate the hell out of me. I'm moving on, and that energy comes in fast. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck, so it's super funny that you have these two, but what I love about this is it's been coming for a long time, and you look at it now and go, yeah, it has been coming for a long time, and yeah, I'm super tired of it, and guess what? I'm all done. So I think that you make the decision this month that you're going to focus inward and really work on you, work on what you have going on, and you're going to like let everybody else just twist and turn and do whatever they do. You do have the Nine of Swords, which is, this is like the insomnia up in the night. Like something has just, this has been bugging you and you haven't been able to put your finger on what it is for a long time. It's just been bugging you and you're like, I'm so irritated. Like, ugh, like you're just like, somebody pokes you, you're like, whoa, what? That's why, because you just have been so, I feel like, just churned up. And the other card you have coming up with this Knight of Pentacles is the Page of Swords. Pages bring messages. This is the message that says use your head, okay? And you are the swords. So this is a beautiful representation of you as well, because it's like, this is where you're, when I said you want to find your sanctuary is up here. Find a small space where you can think quietly and get into your head and think about how you're going to work on all of these things, and that is where, that's your happy place. That, and it can be anywhere that you can just get those few minutes alone so you can think silently without other people's input, because Gemini, you like that. You like that, and as a fellow air sign, I can only agree with you. So I'm really happy for you. I cannot wait to hear what you have going on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.